You want a question?
You got one?
What's up, fellas? I just got out of college and landed a pretty nice job. My only problem is I need to gain more in real life friends to hang out with. How would a 22-year-old male go about making friends that are his age in a new area? I have my idea. Taylor, we had a Patreon question. Dude's 22-year-old male out of college, moved to a new area. How does he make friends?
What does he enjoy doing? If you go and do what you enjoy doing and make friends doing that. Like,
yeah,
if you enjoy going out and getting drunk, go out and get drunk.
Magic the Gathering parties you guys have.
Friday Night Magic. You can go to Friday Night Magic if you're cool enough.
Yeah.
But really, like,
what are the odds that he's that cool?
Low. It's a high bar. I mean, I wouldn't take any of you three with me. I have a reputation. But yeah, you would have, like, as an adult, like, you're just not going to be put in situations anymore where it's like, oh, you and this group are going to be together, you know, by the state's volition in a class. It's like you have to go to a club, to an outing. You have to do something centered around an interest, whether that's as silly as Magic the Gathering, or you're into paintball, or, you know,
whatever you're interested in.
Yeah, whatever you're interested in. Like, that's
Here's my idea. It's different than
cliche,
yours.
That's what
Tell me if it's worth a damn. Bumble BFF. Right? Have you guys heard of this? Right, Bumble is a dating app, and they've taken that technology and made it a find a friend app. And it sounds gay.
Anyone that you find
no, they had that setting on.
Annoying cunt
they had
in the
that
world.
setting on, like, it may have been Bumble I saw it on, but maybe Hinge too. And it's like, what are you looking for? And it's usually like, there's a friends tab, and I always thought, like, who the fuck? I just thought that was so like if I was looking for a friend, that is not where I would look. I just feel like that. Who is that guy?
I don't know. Like, here's where I heard about it.
I need a friend right now, brother.
I want to put this out there.
Anybody on the internet want to be my friend? It's like the kid from South Park, right, with 0 friends on Facebook. It's that guy who's.
Oh, that episode makes me so sad.
Yeah, you want to go pal around?
I would hang out with anyone on that.
Yeah,
that's how you end up getting
before. I was watching a podcast. I was watching a podcast, and the dude was a bro. He was a wrestler, right? So he was in an environment where he was like forced to be friends, and if you've ever been in an environment like this where you just suffer and it sucks, it's bonding, right? You know, so he's like, man, I've been a wrestler all my life. Now I'm out of school, and there just isn't an opportunity for me to make bro friends like I used to. Like, how do adults have that kind of?
Oh, this is a completely different guy.
He was a collegiate wrestler. And anyway, so he went to Bumble BFF and made new friends and shit like that. That's where I heard about it. And I was like, oh, that would work, I bet. Right? The same technology that you find girls could let you find guy friends.
It could. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I just think, like, initially, like, just find, like, whatever hobby you enjoy the most, go to some meetup about that. And, like, hopefully you'll find someone you vibe with that enjoys the same thing strongly. And, like, immediately, like, you go to those meetups to make friends because, like, you then have that point of connection. There's that locus point of I like this, you like this. It doesn't, like, all the other similarities are a bit ancillary. Like, you're not, like, doing a fake friendship until you get close. You do have this one thing to be bound together.
The first question would be, what do you want these friends for? Do you just want? And you might say, like, I just want some people I can network with. You know, that's pretty nice to have. Like, they don't have anybody even help me move. But, like, if your reason was like, I really wish I had somebody to go ride jet skis with. I really like doing that. Fucking go get a jet ski and go to the lake. I bet there's some dudes over there riding jet skis. like go hang out with them. Like
get two. The most popular guy in the world.
That's where my dad was brilliant as a kid. When Christmas would come around, I remember I was wanting that paintball gun so bad when I was 12 or whatever. And he finally was like, all right, get the paintball gun and the CO2 and the paintballs and the hopper. And we're like getting all the shit. And he's like, wait a minute. Why the fuck would we only get one paintball gun? Get 2 of everything. And it was like, yeah, Dad, you're so smart. Because otherwise I'd have been shooting rocks outside and never wanted to play paintball. Yeah. Now we can play paintball. Yeah.
I got a friend like that. He's like loaded, and he's like, I want to get paintball guns. And so instead of buying 1, he brought 10, and he's like, all right, guys, come and play paintball. And we're like, well, I guess we got to now. You've spent thousands of dollars on all those paintballs. Like, just so we do it.
That's a good friend to have.
That's how I made sure that like paintball was what I kind of did with, like, friends around that, like, early teen age. Like, that was what kind of made sure that we were all going somewhere on the same weekend. And what we did, because all of us had all of our dads had a little bit of property at least, we all built our own paintball fields. And it was kind of a competition, right? Your dad's going to help, of course, and we're all going to build our own little paintball fields. I had the best paintball field because I had I put it right there where FPSRussia shot his videos. It's a nice little flat piece of land, and it was just I had square hay bales, and I had all sorts of plywood structures. It was great. And we'd go to each other's houses and play paintball, and that's how I had a little friend group during those years when I was homeschooled and in and out of school and stuff. But as a 22-year-old guy, it's a weird question, right? I don't know. I don't value dude friends in real life that I go out and hang out with too much. It's never been a thing that I really value very much. I like you guys, and I've got tons of close friends online. But as far as a dude here that I'm pal around with, I don't really do that.
I'm still close with a bunch of my guy friends from high school that are still in St. Louis. I see those. Well, now that everybody's getting older, we don't, and people are having kids, we don't see each other as much anymore. Yeah, they're passing away.
Dropping like flies. My best friend from high school died this week.
Oh, Woody,
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
it's been a rough week for you.
I'm going through some shit right now.
Woody's on the ketamine. He's lost a dear friend, and then he's got the cancer. Goodness, buddy.
Yeah,
broken legs, you're loved, and we just think about you all the time.
Thank you. I mentioned this guy a couple times before. He's the one that had cystic fibrosis.
Oh, god damn.
And so he as teenagers, the life expectancy for him was 30, and he's 50, almost 50. So he's just really on top of his medicine. Some of you guys are going to remember some of these stories. He played tennis a lot, and with cystic fibrosis, his lungs didn't work like other people's did. So he just put fucking oxygen tanks in a backpack, and he'd play tennis with his oxygen tanks, hauling them around. Awesome. Yeah. He's in lieu of donation or in lieu of gifts or whatever, donate to the United States Tennis Federation or something. It was a big part of his thing.
Wow.
And he had cancer, which sucks. And then he got COVID on top of that. He had gotten a double lung transplant, call it 10 years ago. So I'm suspecting that the immunosuppression drugs that go along with a lung transplant just made it hard to stay healthy and avoid COVID and all that fun stuff. And he I'm
sorry.
He died this week, so that sucks.
Well, rest in peace.
Sad. It sounds like he got a huge amount out of his life for having cystic fibrosis and something that debilitating.
Yeah, he had a long marriage. He leaves behind twin boys. So I follow him. They both got into college recently. So it's a good family.
Good. Well,
anyway, yeah,
that's really sad, man.
Wah, wah. Anybody got any happy news? Give me a voice or something.